video.
But my interior.
All right, we looks like we're live. Chrissy, can you check it online? Make sure you can hear and everything. I'm trying out this brand new microphone with a little dead cat on the end of it.
Right.
It's supposed to be a windscreen.
We are.
So let's make sure it's working good.
Yeah, it's live.
Welcome everybody to the Onsite Renovation Group. I'm excited to be here today at Andy Bloch's first Hateville rehab. His partner Josh isn't here yet, but he'll be joining us shortly. So I'm really excited that Andy's finally jumped in, both feet first, doing what looks like it's going to be a full gut job rehab. We're going to hear all about it. I know Andy is a member of our PPG group, a member of Atlanta REIA. He's also an agent, and he's really hit the ground running. I'm really, really proud of him. He's gotten well trained, and he takes massive action, and he's making things happen. So thank you for letting us visit your house today, Andy. You want to say a few words?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, thanks for coming out too. I mean, this is going to help us be held accountable too, because I know people are going to check in hopefully frequently and say, hey, what's going on with your flip? And if we have to say no, not a whole lot, that's going to be embarrassing. But yeah, we just got this one a couple of months ago, got the acquisition going. Josh went to the closing. I was out of the country and didn't come back until late November. So we just about three and a half weeks ago started with the whole gutting process of the property. And I've been very fortunate that Josh comes out here. We've got a few other people helping us, especially Keenan. He's been out quite a few times. So if he's going to end up with emphysema, it's going to be a problem for us, you know.
Mesothelioma.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah, what you see is sort of just the beginning stages of the entire flip. I've got some plans that I'll show everybody later on, too. We hired an architect that helps us conceptualize what we want to do with the home. But, yeah, we're hoping to have it done by late April or late March, around April, and put it back on the market and hopefully sell it fairly quickly.
Well, let's start from the beginning. You want to step outside real quick?
Sure, yeah.
Let's start from the outside. I'm going to ask you some questions, and we've got a lot of people online on Facebook Live as well as here in person. So this is the Hateville area. This is, what's the name of this street? Custer Street.
Yeah.
So if you guys got on Google Maps and saw any pictures of the house before, it was really, really ugly. It's still really ugly. But he's going to make it beautiful again. So I'm going to kind of back up so they can see the house. But Andy, tell us what you're going to do with the exterior. Well, no, let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Tell us how you found this lead.
So Josh had a connection with a real estate agent that had approached him and said, hey, I've got a property. Didn't even hit the market. Had a seller in it, obviously, and we closed for $105,000 on this property, and we intend to put in roughly $130,000 and then sell it, hopefully for $350,000.
How much are you going to put into it?
$130,000.
Okay. Now I heard you say you paid $105,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now tell us what's been going on in this neighborhood over the past year with property values.
Oh, they've basically been skyrocketing too. I mean, 3-4 years ago, you could probably pick up these houses for $30,000-$40,000.
Yeah.
That's not the case anymore. You've got North Central Avenue running parallel to us.
Yeah.
And you've got the Porsche headquarters that opened up maybe a year and a half ago. You've got a lot of Delta Airline pilots that live in the area. Delta Airlines, we're maybe 5-10 minutes away from the airport too. So there's a lot of demand now. People are moving to.
Now, I know your partner Josh bought a couple houses down here this past year.
Yes.
Do you remember what he purchased them for versus how they started inching their way up?
Yes, I think he started with $30,000 too, and then he got the very last one. And Josh, don't quote me on that. I think it was $60,000 or $70,000.
Yeah, and they seem to be progressively going up as
Yes.
more and more investors are moving into the area.
Absolutely.
And buying them up.
And those houses are not getting any prettier when you buy them in the beginning.
Right.
You know, they're still staying as ugly as they were.
Yep. So he was getting them for $35,000, and now you got this one for $105,000. That's a fairly big jump.
Yeah. It really is. It really is. Yeah, we're going to make. Go ahead.
What's the after repair value going to be on these?
Around $350,000. That's what we're looking for.
Okay. So you found this one through a realtor.
Yep.
For all the new investors here, can you tell them how you got it funded?
Yeah, so we have some private funds essentially that help us with the acquisition. Didn't do hard money. and basically they just helped us buy the property, and then we'll cash them out once we sell the property. Which
You
really
use
helps.
private money,
Yes.
not hard money.
Yep.
Now, would hard money have worked on this deal if you had to get it?
You know what? I didn't really crunch the numbers, but because we bought the property early October, just with the interest and points and so forth, it would have still worked. It's just not as much profit. essentially.
Right. And if you're a new investor, I know it's good to sometimes have a hard money lender involved because they help you scrutinize your numbers, help make sure you get a good deal. Because if it's not a good deal, they won't fund it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us some of your plans for the property. Let's start with the exterior. What do you plan to do to the curb appeal?
So this essentially was a screened-in porch. When we walk in, you sort of see the checkered carpet in there too. So the front wall and even the side walls up to maybe 10 feet in is all going to come out. And we've done a decent amount of demoing already. You can see this is the second dumpster that's supposed to be picked up today too. So the outside, obviously we're going to paint it too. We'll take the roof off because we're actually going 2 stories high. So you're going to have a front porch downstairs obviously and a porch on the second floor too that connects to the main master bedroom and the master bathroom as well. So they sort of can overlook the entire neighborhood.
So you're going to go up
Yes, a second story. Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's by the end, by the time it's all said and done, yeah, it's going to be around 2,400 square feet that we're talking about.
Now, as far as the curb appeal, what's going to be different out here out front?
What do you mean?
Well, I assume you're not
No,
gonna
no,
like
I'm
this,
saying,
right?
this is pretty enough here. Now all these holly bushes all going to come out too. Probably put some mulch down, some evergreens again too. Probably new sod as well. So yeah, there will be significant changes to the front as well.
What are you gonna change the exterior wall here?
Absolutely, that's actually all coming down.
Okay.
So that will be completely open. This will truly be a porch where people can sit with a rocking chair and drink sweet tea or Long Island iced teas, whatever.
Full length front porch?
Yep, full length down. We'll have some columns too, and I've got some plans that y'all can take a look at later on too.
Well, we'll enjoy that, and I can zoom in with the camera, and hopefully we can see them.
Yep.
All right.
How are
You guys got any questions while we're out front?
Yeah, my question was, would you hop on the top? Are you going to have to cut this tree back at all?
Yeah. Matter of fact, we already got a quote too, but yeah, that tree will be cut back as well. Absolutely, yeah. We might be able to actually cut a limb off and let it fall onto the roof to help with the demoing too.
Exactly.
Maybe save some money.
So the upstairs is going to be just the master suite upstairs, or what is going to be upstairs?
No, there will actually be 3 bedrooms. So the master suite will be on the front right here, master bathroom on the left, and behind the master bedroom will be 2 more bedrooms. And then on the other side you'll have another full bathroom, a closet, and gosh, what else? Keenan, do you remember the plans?
Oh yeah, you have the master bedroom over here, master bath over there, and then the laundry room on the other side of it, and then another bathroom, and then another bedroom over here, and then a bedroom down here. And that's all on the front side of the house, past the porch on the second floor.
Well, what are the specs on this house right now as it sits? What was it?
It was Josh, was it a 3-bedroom, essentially a 3-bedroom,
Come on up here, Josh.
2 baths.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, 3-bedroom, 2 baths.
Josh just
Or actually
arrived.
2
This is
baths,
Josh
yeah.
back here in the back. We saw 2 of his Hateville houses a few months ago. We're going to revisit them again in the very near future.
Yeah.
So what were the specs on this, Josh?
So the front house, there's 2 houses on it. Front house is 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. Is about 800, 900 square feet, and then we've got another 1 bedroom, 1 bath with about 400 square feet in the back. So
Yeah, I actually saw that little attachment on back. I was like, why do I have to go outside to get to the other bedroom?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a second house or an
yeah,
apartment.
somebody
back
built it about 30 years after the first one. So
All right, so say that one more time. It was a
2-1 in the front,
Yep.
and a 1-1 in the back.
So what are you converting all this to?
A 4-3.
A 4-3. What are you going to be doing with that little apartment in the back?
Airbnb. No. Actually, the apartment in the back, that's going to become a garage. And then, so it's a drive-around garage in the back, too. And then you'll see there is a deck, a small deck that we're just going to expand a little bit that will connect with the kitchen, too.
Now, how is your house going to compare to some of the ones, if I just point the camera around, that are being rehabbed or new construction? Look at that one right over there. It looks really nice.
Actually, the best one to sort of compare to would be this one over here, which is, what is it, the second or third house over?
Yeah.
Except it doesn't have the second story front porch, essentially.
Yeah.
Similar,
Yeah.
And like I said, I'd be gladly share all the plans. Josh actually has the blueprints too, so we can roll them out.
Because it looks like you're going to be right here in the middle of a lot of other really nice rehabs.
Yeah.
You should get some good resale value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that where you got the 350 from? Looking at this one and looking at this house over here.
Well, we pulled some other comps too, because this one we're trying to go back within 6 months of whatever sales activity were there. That one wasn't in there at the time.
Okay.
This one, Josh, how much did that one sell for?
This one sold for $235.
Yeah, $235.
All they did was paint it on the outside.
Yeah.
What about this one next to it?
Sold for $305. You verified it. 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
That house still looks brand new.
Yeah, yeah. So these are not immediate comps, but you can see how the neighborhood is sort of lifting up right
That
now.
house right there was a tear down, and the guy who built it moved in, so it wasn't a sale actually.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep. No, it's on the
And you can see, I mean, this one sold for $235. It doesn't even have gutters on it, so we
Right.
tried to go inside at the time. They were due to close within a few days, and I called the agent, and she wouldn't let us in. We really wanted to sort of see the inside, the layout too, just to help us. Yeah. One thing that helps me personally is, so Josh has an architect that he's used a few times, and they came up with the plans, and it helps me sort of conceptualize the layout of the entire home too. And hopefully once we've done, you know, 10, 20, 30, I can just like Don walk in and sort of say, yeah, this is what we're going to put this is what we're going to do with that. But right now, having something tangible in front of me really, really helps.
So you guys got any questions before we go start taking a tour?
Question about the permitting process. How was that?
So that's Josh, essentially. You really have to make sure you get all of your permits. When we started the demoing portion of it, because you got to have a demo permit, you see that over there too, we just did the inside, hoping we weren't going to get caught. And that was perfectly fine, you know. And then eventually, once we were ready to really go full on out, we got the permit, and yeah, go from there. But especially in Hayville.
Demoing, I mean, as far as permitting, it depends on what city you're in. In Hayville, they're pretty particular. So if you add more than 50% of the square footage, you have to go through the design review committee. You have to provide a site plan. You have to provide architect plans. This house happens to have a extension on the left-hand side that's past the build-out area. So we had to go through a variance committee to get that approved, even though we're not making any changes to it. So it just depends.
That's a good question.
It takes anywhere from, if you don't have to go through variance, you could get it in about a month. If you've got to go through variance, it could take 2 to 4 months.
Glad you brought that up. So I tell a lot of investors, you know, you got to understand what you're getting into, right? I mean, you just can't factor in the rehab portion of it, but what's the permit process? If that's 2 to 3 to 4 months, that eats into your profit. Now your numbers look a little bit different.
Hey, you're going to introduce yourself real quick?
Oh,
so
sure.
You guys know who you are?
Sure. My name is Michael Braswell. I'm a BA with Atlanta REIA, and I do hard money. I also do private money, do fix and flip, buy and hold, and commercial real estate. So, you know, these are the things that I'm always telling my customers. You got to be aware of what you don't know, right? Everybody kind of goes into it with one perspective, and then they come out of it with a completely different one. So the permitting process, depending upon the city, can be a nightmare. I won't name the city right next door to this, but it's a nightmare to get your permits, so you just be careful if you're going to invest in these points.
If you don't get your permit and your paperwork in time, there's a paperwork process. You have to have it in 3 weeks prior to the meeting. If you don't have it in, then they basically make you go to the next meeting. They don't give you any exceptions. So
Yeah, they're like a month apart?
Yeah, they meet once a month.
Yep. Now, Andy, is this a rehab you would have done by yourself?
No.
Yeah, because this is a major, major rehab.
Absolutely, yeah.
And probably, I assume the only reason you did this is because Josh is your partner on it. He's been doing several down here, major rehabs.
You got
like
it,
this.
yeah. And he trusts my advice.
Yeah. I've noticed.
I'm just kidding.
He actually takes you seriously. All right, any other questions before we go inside? About how I got the deal, how he paid for the deal, what his vision is, anything like that?
How did you locate the deal? How did it come about?
It was through Josh again. It was another agent that approached him, and that's how we got the deal.
So the gentleman that owned the house, his parents owned the house. They've owned the house for about 50 years. They passed away. He lived in the house. He was a deadbeat. He needed some money. She approached me and said, hey, here's an opportunity. And so it was an off-market deal.
The realtor that came?
Yeah.
But it was an off-market real estate.
Right.
So she didn't even list it. It was just, hey, I'm working with them to get this house sold. So
It sold quick.
those are the best deals. You don't have to compete, which
That's
drives
right.
up the price. So,
Yep, because we
always-
right before you got here, and I'm glad you're here, we were talking about what he paid for this house versus what you were paying about this time a year ago, and how the prices have changed. Maybe you could address that.
Yeah, I mean, 2 years ago you get, where's two sides of the track. We're on the nicer side of the track from the other side, but probably 2 years ago you got this house for $70,000. We paid $105. On the other side, you used to be able to get houses for $35 to $45. Now you're paying $70 for the same house. So it's just, market is really driven.
Really
Yeah.
driven in the past year.
Yeah,
That's amazing. And a lot of these guys are blaming it on you.
probably.
You're down here rehabbing all these houses, selling for top price. So what do these go for in the area after you back them out?
So we'll sell this one for $350. That's the goal on this one. We sell the houses on the other side of the tracks anywhere from $200 to $229. New construction, and if you build 2,000 square feet, you can get up to about $300.
Now is $350 pushing it, or is that very realistic?
That's going to push it, yeah. So
What's your anticipated rehab cost?
135, 140, right around there.
It's a major rehab. Yeah. Well, you guys want to go take a look inside?
I got a quick question. What's
Yeah.
your target market when you sell this? Is it people that work at the airport, pilots? I mean, who's going to be buying this?
I think it might even be an engineer from Porsche too, or Delta Airline pilots, any of those guys.
Target market here is folks that don't have kids or are taking their kids to Woodward Academy, yes. This is cheaper than going to College Park. College Park, this house would sell for about $600,000. So that's kind of your target market.
All right, you guys want to go inside and check it out?
Or the alternative.
Now, I know a few of you got here early and were asking questions. I want to make sure you ask them again for the sake of the entire audience.
By the way, as we're walking through though, well, I'll wait until they come in.
You kind of describe it for us as everybody gets in here, kind of room by room.
yeah. We'll wait.
So come on in, everyone. Watch your step, watch your head. There's some holes in the floor. There's some stuff hanging from the ceiling, so watch your head, watch your step. Watch for nails, screws.
So later on, as we walk to the second part too, just make sure we put the buckets there for a reason, because one of the beams is rotted. So if you don't mind, if not everybody goes this way, but sort of split up, go through the bathroom. It's an open concept right now. And then to the right, we can go to the back of it too, and everybody gets there safely. Just want to make sure. Yeah, but so we started actively demoing, 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks ago, essentially too. So everywhere where you see the studs, that's where you had sheetrock. We had a huge fireplace, brick fireplace going all the way up to the ceiling, and Josh took out all of his, aggression on that sucker, and it's gone now. Part of it is in the second dumpster. But
One of the things on that real quick is you'll notice, do you see any
it doesn't
anything
go
out?
to the
So-
outside.
I don't see one going out the roof.
So
Yeah,
That's what I was
it was
looking for.
intended to be a gas fireplace, but the guy who lived here used it as a regular fireplace, so the thing was filled with soot, and so you look like a coal miner when you came out of here. So
Yeah. Much like we did after the days of demoing too. I mean, we just had black face. It was horrible.
I saw you guys up in the Raptors on the GroupMe app
Yeah.
doing the demo work.
So-
and then, that other, we thought that was another chimney, but that other one is actually, that's the main stability of the entire house. That brick column right in the middle.
So it's not a chimney, it's some sort of support.
It's the main support of the house.
Oh, okay.
Does the house have good bones?
So what are you going to be doing with that?
Yeah, overall,
It's going to kind of hide it.
No, that's actually going away.
gonna come out.
Come in and once we get everything shored up, it's coming down. So.
Okay.
this area where some of you are standing, the checkered carpet, that is going to become the open patio essentially too. So these walls here on the left, the right, and behind you are going to come out. And then you'll have an open patio with a couple of columns on the front too. And then the same thing will happen on top of you, because we're going to have a 2-story home essentially. As you're walking in here, this will be the open concept. So this area will be sort of the living room area. And then as you lead through the left, this is where the kitchen is going to end up, over in this area.
So
Go ahead.
just there's a whole other house on the back side. So the house is being pushed back, and so the kitchen will be actually way further back than this. So this will be a pretty big open area, and then your kitchen will be in the back. There will be an office here on the left-hand side, a bathroom, and then a bedroom in the back, and then a garage on the back side of it. So
this will be your new exterior wall here?
it will be, yes.
Okay. So you're losing square footage here, but you're gaining it upstairs.
Well, this was not permitted, so if you look at this, these brick walls were added after the fact, and they're not even part of the structure, so they've got to come down anyways.
Okay.
Because the HVAC system already here, you got it.
That is already here and will be coming down, so that's way outdated.
So are you hoping somebody will come steal it or what?
We're going to put that out front or put it on Craigslist, and just like the windows, we put the windows on the Craigslist at noon on Saturday, and somebody was here at 1 o'clock picking them up. So
I mean, that's the best thing if you're looking to demo stuff, especially if you've got old stoves, appliances, and so forth. That's what I do. I just put it on Craigslist, you put it on the front door, and like you said too, it takes an hour or two, and it will be picked up, which is great. And the windows help, because we got rid of 10 windows already. We freed up some more space on the dumpster that way too. They were happy they got free windows. We were happy because we didn't have any more trash. That really, really helped, yeah.
we also did that with the fridge, the washer dryer, and the stove. We just put them out on the front. Somebody came.
Oh, yeah.
Gone.
Yeah. Did you consider leaving that separate house as a separate, like an in-law suite or a separate unit back there?
Not really, because it would have taken away just from the usability. If it's just a single family that's moving in,
Right.
you know, they might turn it into an Airbnb, I guess, but no, we just wanted to make sure it sort of becomes a, you know, detached single family. But yeah.
How long do you take this? Do you expect the project to take?
About 3 to 4 months, late March, April. We should have it ready by then. We're doing, the problem that most people run into is just, you know, contractors. Are they going to be showing up on time? Do they do the work that they're supposed to do? Me being pretty flexible, Josh and I have already talked about when we met with the contractor too, that we try to meet up with them in the beginning of the day, sort of see what they're going to do throughout the day, and then hopefully by the end of the day sort of say, hey, what are we doing tomorrow? Are you going to be here at 9? And then entice them with donuts or lunch or something like that, and we'll let you know how that's going to work out. You know.
Are you using a general contractor or subbing the work out? Or?
We hired a general contractor, yeah, who's going to sub some of this stuff out. Yeah. So, but the demoing, Josh and I and Keenan and a couple other guys have done and helped us get out. This is about, well, not every day, but like I said, for about 3.5 weeks we've been demoing. And typically when we get here, you know, we spend, what, 4, 5, 6 hours or so and work it. So it's a lot of sweat and tears.
Speaking of work, are you full-time or part-time investor?
So I'm a full-time investor, yeah. Okay. Nobody else will hire me. That's a
How
problem.
about you, Josh?
Part-time.
You're part-time. How many rehabs are you doing right now? Part-time.
5.
5 rehabs right now, part-time, folks. So how many of you guys here are kind of new investors wanting to get into rehabbing? So you guys can see Josh is doing this part-time and doing 5. Andy's just starting. He's full-time, and this is his first. So I foresee him doing a lot more of these as well.
Yeah.
Especially once you get into it, start really enjoying it.
Oh, absolutely.
Putting your crews together. Yeah.
I'm loving it already. I mean, I'm more like a buy and hold. That's me. So taking on a project of this size is definitely interesting. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. So make sure you guys pick his brain today. So kind of show us around the rest of the house.
Sure.
So this is going to be the kitchen here.
No, this is going to be sort of the living. I'm sorry. Yeah, the kitchen. This will be mainly the kitchen. Like Josh already said, it will bump out to the back too. So you have an open concept right into the living room area.
So these walls come out.
Actually, let me put that out. Just be careful you don't get smacked on the head, I guess. Yeah. Then over here, where you saw parts of the fireplace, that will be the office. And we'll probably have some French doors going in there too, just to have it light.
So this entire side of the house will be the open concept.
Exactly, open concept. Then you will have an office where the gentleman with the red hat is standing, or Chrissy in there too. That'll be the office. And then, let me actually pull up the plans. Yeah. So, master bath. I don't know if you can sort of see that.
see it.
A little better, okay. So this is sort of where we're standing right now, Dustin and I. That's the office that I mentioned. You've got a full bathroom, the 4th bedroom downstairs, and then the garage. That will mainly be the place that we'll see later on, which is currently the second house.
Nice, okay.
You know?
So here's the front door. This is the new porch.
Exactly. That's where we're
Front door.
currently standing on the
Yep.
inside. Mm-hmm.
This is the office where he's standing right over there. And since you're taking a lot of these walls out, and that was the main support, what's the plan for shoring all this up and making it sound and secure?
Well, Josh is 6'1", so he'll just be holding those beams up for a while.
Like Atlas?
No, yeah. No, I think we'll hire the contractor too, and they'll put additional beams in there too,
Yeah.
and then we'll slowly take the current supporting structures out.
Because we're building a second story on
Exactly.
it, the whole roof structure is coming off. We've got to come in and replace all these 2x4s or with 2x10s because that's the new code to bring in the structure here. And then on the second story, we'll put trusses in to put the roof in. We'll change the roof line into a front gable. So there's a lot of, all this wood at top is basically going away. So once all we're doing is we're going to shore this up once we get all the demo done. And then we'll slowly be taking the roof off and then replacing it.
Now, have you done one before where you pop the top, or
Yes,
just the first?
just the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much additional cost does that typically add?
I mean, it's new construction, so whatever your new construction cost per square foot is.
That's what I thought
Yeah.
you'd say. Okay. You guys got any other questions while we're still in this room?
Yeah.
Art, you always have some good question. You got anything today?
I'm on the spot.
Am I putting you on the spot, man?
I'm just here.
Anybody else? Got any good questions for these guys while we're here?
Yeah, what about financing? Are you using more of private lending or cash or private lending?
Private lending.
Private lender. Now, did you guys find any hidden gotchas in this house? I spotted a few over here on the wall.
There's always, I mean, when you buy a house that's 60, 70 years old, you've got gotchas everywhere, so you just have to expect it. The floor joists right there where those buckets are rotted out, so that's why we got the buckets there. We've got termites. We had windows that you could just pull out without even look like they weren't even attached. So, but that's just, you got to factor that in as part of your cost.
Was somebody living here? Or
There was, yeah.
There was. So was it like the Taj Mahal, real well kept? Or
It was a beaut.
We should post. I've got a
Oh, was he
video
camping
right
out
from
in one of the
inside.
back bedrooms?
I've got a video too, right from the beginning when we first walked in, without even doing any of the demoing at all. I should maybe post that too, so they can
I'd love to
the
see
before
that.
and after.
I'd love to see that. In fact, once this Facebook Live is up, you can attach it as a comment to this post.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Or any of your plans, anything you want to attach, just so people can see the progress. And we will be revisiting this in the new year to see how you're progressing. And Josh, we'd like to go back and revisit your properties too, maybe next month or the following month, whenever you're ready, to see how you finish those suckers up.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It's just finished.
They're finished?
One of them is getting close, but one of them's not close at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd like maybe come see them,
Yeah.
the one that's maybe halfway through, and then
Yeah.
see the other one that's
Well, the other one should be on the market by January 1st. So,
Okay. Well, then maybe we can put that on the schedule for next month and maybe see them both.
okay.
Yeah, I was asking Andy earlier how Jerry's rehab was coming.
It's not.
Not coming along well yet?
It's a little slow.
Okay.
Dustin, I have a question.
Yeah.
Since there were some structural issues with the floor, some whoop-de-doos and some soft spots, does that get done first before?
Definitely. So, I mean, this carpet would be gone if we had space in the dumpster, and we'd be evaluating all the floor joists, and we'd replace the floor joists, because that's one of my big pet peeves is not having level floors. So,
Yeah, especially when you're putting that kind of money into
Yeah.
the house. Yeah.
Are you going to go back with new subfloor and flooring, or do you
new
expect to
subfloor
stay-
if necessary, but yes, new flooring definitely.
Absolutely. Now, you doing hardwood or you doing carpet?
No, not hardwoods. Probably going laminate.
Okay.
How much of the structure are you actually keeping?
Great question.
When you say structure,
Some of the
Of
beams
what I
and
see
stuff?
here, how much are you actually keeping?
So this part on top has to completely come out, just
Right.
because we have a second floor anyways.
Mhm.
Once we take out the carpets and the vinyl over here, that's when we'll see what other beams have to be replaced too.
outside walls are staying, except for that outside wall because we're pushing it back. And there'll be a wall built here, and everything else will be removed in the middle. So, I
Because
mean,
basically just keep it, you bought the outside walls.
yeah.
It's a shell, yeah.
Yeah.
Shell.
But it's built on
And the
piers,
lot, yeah.
right? It's on piers.
And, I mean, I don't know if you've been to the back yet, but
We're going to go back there next.
well, this is a 190-foot lot, So it's a primo lot in the city of Atlanta, and there's opportunities to build a in-law suite in the back or a two-car garage. So there's a lot of potential for this lot that a lot of the lots don't have.
Now, do a lot of the lots have garages in this area?
So until recently, you could not build a attached garage. It had to be a sprinkler. They just got into a lawsuit, and they kind of relented on that. So, but most of them, like this house to the right, you'll see they'll have detached two-car garages or one-car garages in the back. So
Is it going to be detached or attached?
it'll be attached.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice little bonus that a lot of folks, I think.
Yeah, but it'll be around on the backside. So.
You drive over here on the right-hand side of the house where you currently see the dumpster, all the way to the back, turn to the left, and that's where the garage will be. And then through a mudroom, essentially, you can come in to the main house.
So let's show us the rest.
Okay.
And show us the termite damage. These guys can see what it looks
Well,
like.
right here, those are the buckets right here. That's termite damage too. Some of it already taken out. You can see some of these other side beams here.
All right, get a look at all the termite damage. This is what's a lot of times hidden behind the walls.
Yeah.
You can see all the little tunnels going up there.
And we'll just put sheetrock over it so nobody will ever know.
Exactly. Hey, some people do.
Yeah. No, we won't
Some
do that for
people
sure.
do.
Yeah. So you can see those bricks, essentially, the cinder blocks will come out too, just because, like Josh already said, we're bumping the house back a little bit to add
So
footage
what
too.
you just put your hand on was not part of the original structure.
It was not. No. They build on. You can kind of peek through here too.
So was this the kitchen?
This was the kitchen, exactly. They had the cabinets in an L-shaped set up this way, and they had your laundry room in here. The washer and dryer was stored in that corner, and that was it.
And this was the bath over here?
Yes, that was the bath over there too. And we still have some of the water running too. So Keenan scared us this past weekend because he hit one of the valves and water was just coming out. And we're giving him the old face, and thankfully we were able to shut it off again.
Now, is this going to remain the bath, or are you relocating the bath?
It will sort of be the bath again, too. No, we have two. Hold on. You can see it here again. So you've got the office portion. Yep. We're standing right here, so that's just about where the bath is going to be again.
It looks like it's going to be a little smaller?
It'd be wider, actually, so it's not going to be running parallel to the outside wall.
Wider, but now...
Exactly. Just a little bit narrower, but wider into the home.
And the stairs are in the back?
The stairs, yeah, are going to be sort of right about here going upstairs.
Yeah, so it looks like you could put the tub up against the window.
Yep.
If that remains a window.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, and then what do you do with the laundry room over here?
That one will come down and will be converted into a bedroom in that section over there. Yeah. And you can see, go ahead.
Where does the back wall correspond on these plans with what's the...
So the square footage, I mean, that might be a Josh question. I really don't know, what the actual measurements are. Where the back corner of, let's say, where the bedroom ends, where is that in relation to where we are right now? I've got the plans here on the house.
The back wall is that wall right there.
Okay. So you got another, what, maybe 12, 13 feet or so going to the
This one
back.
here is going away, and we're going to build onto the back, square it off, and this is your kitchen over here. So
Yeah.
that back wall to here is your open kitchen floor plan.
So how far are you taking it back, Josh? Back about to this wall or even further?
That wall right there. So you have another one.
Oh, that next
Maybe,
wall?
yeah, 14, 15
wow.
feet or so.
So that's going to be a nice bit.
Wow.
This wall here is coming down? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go see this back room. You guys maybe not noticed, but there's no way to get to this back part of the house without actually going outside and going around back. So it's more like an apartment.
Squeeze through there. With a perfect in-law
Well, you can squeeze through there. Yeah, it's like an in-law suite.
Yeah.
And look, it is a big lot. Does it go all the way back to that
level? Yes, absolutely. Well, you actually see the wooden fence.
second wooden fence?
Back there. So we've been trying to put the shed possibly on Craigslist too and see if somebody wants to pick it up. It's just less stuff for us to do,
Absolutely.
but it's going to be tough to get it out because it's wider than the driveway. So
So this is this add-on, as you can see, they put on back here. It's all cinder blocks, like a second little house.
They came and took it down.
Yeah.
They took it out.
it would be nice.
So, Andy, one thing you'll notice is this is the door, and this is the door as the people were living in it. So this is the quality of people that were living in it. There's no knob or lock on this door. So there was 2 people living in this back room here.
At the same when you purchased it?
When we purchased it, yeah.
It's just like Canada. Everybody trusts everyone. You know, that's how it works. Here, you don't necessarily have to be careful walking in here. There's no rotten floor that I've seen so far. You know.
So this was what? The room we're in now?
I don't know if they actually use it as a bedroom before or just a living room area. You'll see it's a very weird layout. There's a lot of stoops going up and down. But you do have another bedroom as we're coming up the stairs to the left-hand side. The full bathroom ahead of us where the curtain is. And then a kitchen to the right-hand side and maybe another living room area to the right. You know?
Give us the tour. I'm going to follow you.
Okay.
The light.
Sounds good, yeah. So you come up here, it's a very small bedroom. I think that's what they used it before. And that's over to the right where we just look through
Okay.
the gap.
Yep.
And
So
right behind you,
that's
Dustin,
the kitchen where we just were. Okay.
yeah. And right behind you, Dustin, so this is the wall actually. So the kitchen will be sort of right outside this window. That's where the kitchen area will be.
Oh, wow. It's
Just in
huge.
relation. It's huge, exactly. Yeah. I was just helping
I
earlier
didn't
on so
catch
people
that.
can
Yeah,
conceptualize
when you
that.
were talking right there where the termite wall was, I thought that's where the kitchen was going to stop.
It's going to get
Which is
bumped
still-
out, yeah.
Wow.
It's
This
just
wall's
easier to
coming down
conceptualize. Yeah, this wall is coming down to, it will basically push back another, what is that, 6-7 feet or so?
Yeah.
No, actually more, 10 feet. Because you can see where the gentleman with the red hat is.
Yep.
Further out where you see the other yellow siding, right on
Wow.
that corner. That entire area where the people are standing, that's the kitchen
So
area
what's the
too.
finished square footage on this going
I
to
think
be?
roughly 2,400 square feet.
Nice.
Yes.
What is it now?
I think on the taxes it said just under 1,000.
So part 1, this is like part 2.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they're going
So the
up.
whole part 1 and 2 is 1,000?
Well, part 2, this one I think you said was about 300 or so.
Oh,
See,
okay.
they're going to lose the front porch.
Right.
Make
Yeah.
a porch.
Yeah.
And then they're going up, adding all that square footage, and then they're building this out a little bit and convert a lot of this to a garage. So
Yeah.
yeah, where does the garage begin and the house end?
So the garage, if this is the wall, is going to be on this side where we're standing in here now, yeah. That'll be the garage. I mean, this is a pretty cozy area, you know.
You got any inventory?
So it's like a sunken den of some sort? or
Exactly.
sunken
Yeah. I
bedroom?
mean, it really was a very weird layout, but it worked for the folks that lived here at the time, you know.
So this is going to be the garage area.
Mm-hmm. That will be the garage area. I've got the plans. I'll sort of pass it around if I want to. If you make it smaller or bigger, this is the bottom area, so the first floor, this is the second floor, so you can zoom in. The first floor, we'll zoom in again. This is where we are right now in the garage area.
It'll be a 2-car garage.
Yeah, 2-car garage, from the back coming around, and it's a pretty level lot like Josh already indicated. It goes all the way back, so
Nice lot.
there's an option for somebody to build more stuff too, you know. So the kitchen that you saw, or the wall that you saw earlier in the video, actually gets pushed back even further.
Okay, wow.
And then the second floor we can't really show yet just because we haven't built it yet. But on the front right, you'll have the master bedroom, master bath to the left, walk-in closet, laundry, and then 2 additional bedrooms on the back right end of it. The loft area, so you got some more storage space too.
So how many bedrooms downstairs?
Downstairs only 1,
Okay.
3 upstairs, yeah. So it's going to be a 4-bedroom, 3 full bath house by the time it's all said and done.
2,400 square feet, that's both levels together?
Yes, with living space.
So this was the other kitchen. Where does that door lead to?
I think this one would go into where the laundry room. No, actually, that's the outside too.
Okay, so you can get to it from the front. Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say, that's a weird way to get into your house.
it really is. It was a very strange layout too, but it's coming together. Right now, like I said, we're only doing the demoing, and we start off, we have clean faces, and by the time we're done, you think we work in a coal mine. It's,
Yeah, I bet.
it's pretty
I hope
bad.
you're wearing a mask.
Oh yeah, I am. Everybody else is not, so word of advice, wear a mask. That's just me. You know, maybe I'm just chicken, but I'll wear a mask for sure.
Well, you don't want to your lungs.
Yeah,
Can't be healthy, right?
No.
Yeah,
Better sleep.
You're probably get a lot of heat. Yeah.
So how are you finding your general contractor? I mean, where are you looking for your contractor?
I was sort of lucky again too. I mean, that's probably not the answer you want, but Josh, because he's done quite a few flips, he's got a contractor that he's working with, and he's the one that will also help us with the concept. But what I've done in the past too is I've posted stuff on Craigslist saying, hey, we're looking for a contractor in this area. And I have met personally with quite a few, meet them up at Dunkin' Donuts or so, and just have a conversation sort of saying, hey, we're planning on doing a project. How many flips have you done? Where are you currently working? So you can follow up on their work. You know. But yeah, Craigslist has sort of been my friend in the entire project.
So we've got a question from Sheldon on Facebook Live. He said, what made you believe this would be a profitable rehab?
Oh, we just took a gamble. No, what we did is what everybody should do. We looked at the comps, recent sales around the neighborhood that had similar square footage. So we didn't run the comparables based on 1,000 square feet. We ran it on 2,400 square feet, right? Because that's going to be our ultimate finished product. And then we went back up to sales up to 6 months essentially. They had plus minus 20% the square footage that we were aiming for. And then looked at some other recent sales that looked similar to what ours will look like to see, okay, that could be within the price point. And that's how we determined whether or not this was a good deal.
Yep, and you did say you guys estimate a $350 resale price, which is pushing it.
Yeah.
But by the time you're finished, if the market keeps going up like it is,
Exactly.
it becomes very realistic.
Exactly.
And it sounds like, I mean, you got a really nice lot, you're going to have a really nice house, so when inventory is low,
Yeah.
you very well may be able to get that price up, not more.
Exactly.
Especially when they start competing over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And if there's other comps in the area that will support it.
Yeah.
Because not only do you have the comps going backwards, you're going to have all the other comps going forwards that are getting sold.
Yeah, and there's a lot of building around here too. And what I'm hoping for, just like you said too, by the time we have it ready to go on the market, you're looking into late spring, early summer, and that's when a lot of these buyers are out and about looking for.
Oh yeah, and then the market really starts heating up.
Yeah, and you'll find, Josh will probably agree with that too. As he's doing the flips, there's a lot of people that still come out and say, hey, are you selling this house? When will it be ready? So there's a lot of drummed up interest just by the virtue of you starting a rehab. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take us out back and show us the rest of this lot.
Okay.
It looks like a really nice lot.
I have one quick question.
Well, come on outside. Let's get you on camera.
Yeah.
That way everybody can hear you.
105.
$105,000 was his purchase price. His estimated sales price is
$140,000 in rehab.
Yeah, the reason you didn't go.
All right, come on.
Yeah, Josh, you get to answer this question. Yeah, I don't know.
I was going to ask you about the design. Did you use an architect to
Yes.
do your design?
Yes.
How does that process work from
So,
start to finish?
so the process in and of itself, we actually met with Joel, the architect, and he came out one day. Josh and I were here. They were taking all the measurements. It cost us, what, around $4,500?
So the city of Atlanta, or city of Hayville requires a site plan and an architect plans. The site plan's $1,000, and the architect plans there's basically $1.50 a square foot, roughly.
But it helps me to see the plans, to visualize it, because I mean, Josh probably is a lot better than I am to actually sort of figure out the concept of what he wants to do. For me, if I can see it on a blueprint, I have that aha moment. Because when I walk into houses like that, no way in the world can we ever make this thing pretty. You know?
Yeah, it's hard to visualize it
Yeah.
sometimes when it's laid out that weird.
Yeah.
You gotta have a really good eye and have a little experience.
Yeah, so that helps for sure. Yeah. You pay for it, but
Yeah.
it helps me.
Well, I just want to come outside and take a look at the rest of this lot. Some folks were asking earlier about this big, gigantic tree. Is that your tree? Is it on your property?
Yep.
And what are you doing with it?
In parts, it's on our property.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I heard you say you're going to chop this limb up right here and let it demo the roof for you.
I mean, that's what I want to do. I don't know if Josh is going to go for it, but I think it makes sense, you know, just to see. You got to live a little, right?
Right.
Figure out what happens. But, yeah, we'll trim it up a little bit. We already got a quote for it, too, and it's a nice little pecan tree. So if any of you guys want to have some nuts,
That's a pecan.
come back, you know. Yeah, yeah. And we have a tree guy. So Keenan does trees. If anybody needs help with removing trees, this is the guy right here, you know.
How do they get a hold of it? Because a lot of our guys do need tree removal.
678-787-1912.
What's your name again?
Keenan Smith.
What's the name of your company?
BAM Tree.
Bam Tree. There you go. Right there.
Is that your company?
Yeah, it is.
I was like, where are you when I need my trees out?
Probably not doing trees.
So, you guys got any questions? Anybody got any other questions?
No, I just look forward to seeing the finished product. You know?
Yeah, we will be back. Yeah. And because like I said, how many active rehabs do you have going on in Hayville right now? I know of at least 2.
This will be the 4th. So.
Okay, so you got a 3rd one I don't know about?
Yeah.
Okay. He's always had new deals, getting rid of old deals, and we definitely want to come see them. So if we can see your finished product in January, maybe come take a peek at this one. That would be nice. So just get with me and Donald so we can set something up. You made it sound like it's going to be going on the market, what?
It better be on the market January 2nd. So.
Right after New Year's.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
How is it 100% complete, 98% complete?
It's about 90% complete. So
They
they just did the hardwoods yesterday. So.
Okay. Are they going to be able to finish up over the Christmas holidays?
As the guarantee that I've been given.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Any other questions? No? All right, well, I wanted to kind of step us back here and see the rest of the lot.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Because it looks like a pretty big lot.
Watch out, I'll get smacked in the head.
This is a huge lot.
Yeah, so you can see again here on the back right, this is where the garage eventually will end up too. Some of the branches will be trimmed. And yeah, it's a level lot. A lot of useful space for sure. Nothing is really wasted. So. Yeah, that's, I mean, I don't have the stakes out, but yeah, that fence back there.
The back fence, Art, the back fence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
He's going to maybe sell it on Craigslist or have them on.
We've been trying to get rid of that shed now because we don't really want to move it. If we give it away for free and somebody was willing to pick it up, that would help.
So you guys are going to have a nice house, a 2-car garage, and still have this huge backyard.
Yeah.
That's going to be really appealing, especially for people with pets because it's a fenced-in backyard.
Yeah. Yeah, we're hoping that we'll find a buyer fairly quickly, and I hope the season will sort of play into that.
I think you will. I think you will. This house has a lot of appeal. And like I said, it's got nice neighbors.
Yeah.
A lot of the neighbors have already been rehabbed.
Yeah.
And those that haven't been rehabbed will probably be coming looking for you and say, hey, come by my house too.
That's what the hope is.
Especially when you get
right?
those We Buy Houses signs out in the front yard.
I've told Josh already to put the sign out a couple of times, but he won't do it, or hasn't done it yet. So.
Well, Art, if you want to put your signs in the yard, you can. Probably get a lot of leads that way, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my word of advice is sort of, if you can team up with somebody, especially on your first flip, it helps take some of the anxiety out of the equation too. And Josh and I sort of hit it off too. We met at PBG. That really helped too, because you meet like-minded folks. And yeah.
Check on yours too?
Yeah, that little wolf. I might just throw that into the purchase of the house too. It's the watchdog.
Looks like Art's got his eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm going to have to agree with everything you just said about the partnering on your first deal that's this major.
Mm-hmm.
You better be doing it with somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because if not, we know how some of the other investors in the area end up when they try to
Exactly,
bite off too much themselves in their first deal. Because, I mean, we usually advise people if they're going to be doing their first rehab, try to keep it under 30. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Paint and carpet a little bit here, a little bit there.
Yeah.
You start, popping the top, building garages, putting all these additions on, you better have some connections and know what you're doing.
And in that case, it actually does help that Josh at least has worked with this contractor multiple times before. So there's a level of trust when the contractor says, hey, it's going to be X, that you can sort of rely on those numbers too. You know, because sometimes you have to do a little guessing too and say, hey, I think it's going to be that much, but you want to be within the ballpark.
So when we wrap up here, do you think Josh wants to go drive by and take a little peek at his...
I heard him say yes, yeah.
Did you?
He would never lie. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't know.
I don't either.
But I don't think he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind because they're over there too. At least you can see the other one on Mount Zion
at least
that they haven't finished the floors yet.
Yeah.
And peeking through the windows from the other one. But
And then we can do it officially next month.
Yeah. Go out there too.
But yeah, I'd love to go check it out. Well, let's go see if you guys get any last minute questions. We start to wrap things up here on the Facebook Live. Otherwise, we'll wrap the Facebook Live. I'm just going to hang out for a little bit. You guys enjoy it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's give a round of applause for Andy for having us out today.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Let's go. Yeah.
give you the hours, but if you have 5 minutes, I would say we'll all go over
Okay. This is it.
Yeah.
We're at the meeting.
That feels a good place
Yep.
to be.
We're going to go rejoin the second group and see what they're up to and what they're chatting about.
Michael, do you have a 17 card?
No.
Okay, guys, you don't need to.
Hey, Josh, are you looking for more deals like this down here?
Always looking for deals, yeah.
So if one of these young investors brings you another Hateville lead, you're interested?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
The price is right.
Tell them what you're looking for.
I'm looking for houses that are 2-1, 3-1, and looking to have lots where we can expand them to 3-2, about 1,600 square feet. Looking to buy around 70 grand or less. So,
how they get a hold of you?
404-931-5082, or send me an email, jsledge@gmail.com.
Repeat that both one more time.
404-931-5082 or jsledge, JSLEDGE@gmail.com.
Sounds good. And I was just asking Andy, after we leave here, can we unofficially go maybe
We can.
stop by your other places and maybe make it more official next month?
We can look at one of them. The other one's a mud bath right now.
That's fine.
But,
That's
yeah.
fine. I'd like to see the progress.
Yeah.
Man.
All right.
Check it out. All right, you guys got any last minute questions before I kill the live feed
Yeah,
here?
just one more thing. I noticed I didn't give my name of my company and my number earlier. Braswell Capital Solutions. We are a private money, hard money broker. 770-854-2194, or you can check us out at braswellcapitalsolutions.com. Thank you.
We always encourage a lot of our business members, especially our hard money lenders and folks like that, to come on out and join us at these on-site groups.
Yes.
Because of a lot of the folks here in our audience are looking to get into fixing and flipping. So they're always looking for good sources of private money, hard money, etc. So if you have services that benefit these folks, come on out and join us each month as we do these on-site renovation groups. All right, so once again, since I got everybody back together again, let's give it up for Andy and Josh for letting us come out and see their house today.
It's really Andy's deal.
Yeah, and we do this every month on the third Tuesday at noon at a different rehab site and a different stage of renovation. This one has just been finished being gutted, and they still got to gut this back one and do some more demolition, but he worked real hard to pull it off so we can come see it today. So we may come back about halfway through to see how it's going along, and then definitely come back and see the finished product for sure. So hey, one last question. From start to finish, realistically, if all goes well, when would this be on the market?
Realistically, probably June 1st.
That sounds reasonable. Yeah. Sounds reasonable. Now, from start to finish, how long would that have been from the day you acquired it to then?
We bought it in the middle of October.
So that's not bad. That's to be. I think that's to be expected. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for coming out. I'm glad you guys came out. The week before Christmas holidays. Thank you guys so much for being with us. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. Let's give it up for these guys one more time. Woo-hoo! Thanks, everyone.